Welcome to MLS English Podcast, the show where English learning meets mindset growth. Whether you're here to boost your vocabulary, speak with confidence, or build a strong, unstoppable mindset, you're definitely in the perfect place. Get ready for powerful tips, real conversations, and high energy that will move you forward. This is more than just a podcast. Think of it as your new routine for success. Today, we're embarking on a pretty powerful deep dive into what it truly means to live your life to its absolute fullest potential. And look, this isn't about sugarcoating or, quick fixes. It's about a no-holds-barred look at how to stop just existing and start truly living, transforming yourself and your goals, whether that's mastering a skill like English or maybe building the life you've always dreamed of.
That's absolutely right. The core insights we're going to be dissecting today, they really offer a powerful mirror, urging us, I think, to confront the truth about our habits, our excuses, and honestly, the immense, often untapped power that lies within each of us.
Untapped power, I like that.
Yeah. This deep dive, it pushes us to question whether we are truly living, really engaging with our potential, or are we merely letting precious time slip through our fingers?
Just watching it go by.
Exactly. And what's truly fascinating here is how directly these sort of foundational principles apply to any personal growth journey. From becoming a truly confident English speaker, for example, to launching a dream business, or even just building a more resilient daily routine, it's universal. So we're going to explore 20 vital lessons. Each one is packed with actionable insights and genuinely challenging perspectives. So let's peel back the layers, shall we? Uncover what's truly essential. Our mission today is really to extract those nuggets of wisdom that compel you, the listener, to decisive action, starting right now.
I love that phrase, compel you to decisive action, because that's really what this is all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
We often talk about personal growth in these kind of abstract terms, but these lessons, they're incredibly direct. So let's jump straight into what I believe is one of the most fundamental shifts in perspective this discussion offers. It's about understanding the urgency of now and taking unwavering responsibility for your life.
Yeah.
It all begins, really, with a hard look at our relationship with time.
Precisely. And the very first lesson, it cuts deep. It asks us to confront a common, almost casual phrase we all use: time is your life, don't kill it.
Right. Killing time. We say it all the time.
We've all said it, haven't we? Oh, I'm just killing time while I wait for this or that.
Yeah.
But this concept, it reveals a profound, almost unsettling truth. Every moment you spend saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or, endlessly scrolling through feeds, hitting the snooze button again and again. We all are sometimes. But you're not simply wasting time in those moments. You are, in fact, actively destroying irretrievable pieces of your precious life. It's a complete and utterly vital reframe of how we view our minutes, our hours, our days.
That really does reframe procrastination, doesn't it? From just a minor, kind of dismissible bad habit into, well, an act of self-destruction, almost. It reminds me of that idea of time affluence. Recognizing that time isn't just a resource, it's like the ultimate currency of life.
That's a great way to put it, the ultimate currency.
And we often spend it without thinking, as if we have this infinite supply. But this insight forces us to confront its finite nature and treat it with the respect it actually deserves. This isn't just passive wasting, it's presented as an active, ongoing erosion.
Yes, and the material emphasizes that this erosion, it's slow. You might not feel it immediately, today or tomorrow, but life is constantly moving. Every second is slipping away, you're getting older, your energy naturally decreases with age. And your dreams, they're just patiently waiting. But the crucial question is, for how long?
Yeah, how long can they wait?
Exactly. The core message is undeniably blunt, maybe even harsh for some, it says. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your reasons. Only your results matter.
Oof, that's direct.
It is. But it isn't meant to be cruel, I think. It's intended as a sharp wake-up call. It forces you to confront your daily actions. Think about it. What did you actually accomplish yesterday? Or the day before that? What are your concrete plans for tomorrow that genuinely move your life forward?
And for someone striving to learn English, that means asking, did I truly practice speaking yesterday? Or did I just think about practicing? Did I actively listen to that podcast episode? Or was it just background noise while I scrolled Instagram?
That's a powerful distinction. Are you still waiting for that mythical someday, that day when everything aligns perfectly, when you suddenly feel motivated, or when you finally feel ready?
Because this deep dive, it unequivocally calls that a lie, doesn't it? That someday is never going to arrive if you keep postponing, if you keep treating your future self like it's someone else's responsibility.
The powerful solution offered here is to fundamentally change your mindset. Start valuing your hours like they are pure gold. And this means way more than just wishing for productivity. It involves tangible steps, like writing down a daily plan, even if it's just 3 key tasks, and then focusing intensely on one thing that truly moves your life forward, especially if it feels uncomfortable.
Like maybe practicing that difficult English grammar point instead of just reviewing vocabulary you already know.
Exactly. It suggests making active, tangible cuts. For example, consciously taking 1 hour away from social media every single day, and instead use that hour to read, learn, or grow, perhaps dedicating it to intensive English vocabulary practice or those tricky pronunciation drills.
Right. Trade the scroll for the skill.
Precisely. The underlying principle is clear. Time respects you only if you respect it back. Otherwise, it subtly, yet powerfully, transforms into your biggest enemy, silently stealing your potential. It's a brutal but undeniably necessary truth for anyone truly serious about improving their English or mastering any other critical life skill.
And building on that theme of valuing every minute, the next insight hits even harder, I think. It strips away our common rationalizations. I'll do it later, is the biggest lie. This isn't just presented as a benign delay, a little procrastination we can just shrug off. It's framed as a deeply destructive lie you tell yourself, with really profound and cumulative consequences.
It's absolutely brutal in its honesty, isn't it? But it's a necessary truth for genuine transformation. The more you repeat this seemingly innocent phrase, oh, I'll do it later, the more you quietly, slowly, and permanently erode the very foundation of your own life.
Wow, erode the foundation. That's heavy.
It is. And this isn't just about laziness. It's the insidious voice of fear, is your weaker self, the one that seeks comfort and certainty. It's trying to trap you in a cycle of inaction. The lesson clearly states it doesn't mean I will do it later. It actually means that I don't want to do it at all.
So it's basically a self-deception.
A fundamental misunderstanding of how time works, yes. And more importantly, how our minds skillfully rationalize continuous inaction. It's a self-deception that has real-world repercussions.
Oh, definitely. Think about it. Consider that person who, maybe 2 years ago, really wanted to start a YouTube channel, perhaps to share their journey of learning English or teaching a skill they have. They kept saying later, when I have better equipment, when I know more. And now they're watching someone else, someone who did start, living that exact dream, building a community, sharing their passion.
Or the individual who repeatedly promises themselves they'll learn English later, yeah. While someone else starts from scratch and just through consistent daily action, becomes fluently confident in their speaking. Those opportunities, those leaps of progress, they don't wait for later.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
The people who truly win in life, as the source says, aren't the later people. They're the now people.
Without exception, they are the ones who consistently choose action over inaction, even if they don't feel entirely ready, even if they're scared, even if the path ahead is, unclear. They fundamentally understand that later becomes never.
And that pain of regret, that's the real killer, isn't it?
It's the deepest and most persistent of pains. It doesn't come from things we tried and failed at. It stems from those unaddressed laters that silently, agonizingly turn into nevers. The dreams left unpursued, the words left unspoken, the actions left undone.
So what's the antidote? What's the practical fix for this later lie?
The practical solution is simple, actually, yet profoundly effective. Set a timer for just 10 minutes, seriously, just 10 minutes. Whatever that daunting task is, writing that email, practicing those English or regular verbs, outlining the first chapter of your book, start it now.
Just for 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes. Stop overthinking, stop planning endlessly, stop getting lost in the how, and just begin the what. Tell yourself unequivocally, if I don't do it now, I probably never will. Just begin. This deep dive powerfully states, not perfect, just begin. One action now is better than 100 perfect plans for later.
It's about breaking that inertia, isn't it? Building immediate momentum.
Exactly. Creating a positive feedback loop of accomplishment, however small. And this concept leads directly into an even broader amplification of urgency. The clock is ticking, and it doesn't care if you're not ready.
Yeah, time isn't waiting around.
Not at all. It isn't some benevolent entity waiting patiently for you to gather your thoughts or overcome your fears or achieve perfect clarity. It's not slowing down because you're tired or confused or constantly waiting for that elusive right moment. It simply doesn't care.
No, it absolutely doesn't. Life is relentlessly running like a continuous forward-moving current. Every second that slips away is a second you will never, ever regain. And the most painful part, I think, is that you might not even fully realize how much time you've tragically lost until, until one day you wake up years older, standing in front of the mirror, maybe feeling this profound sense of emptiness, asking yourself, what the heck happened to my dreams? Where did all that time go?
And the insights we're exploring here, they brutally dismiss those common self-serving excuses we all make. Oh, I'm not too young, or I'm too old, or I'm too busy right now. The source says flat out, you're just making excuses.
Ouch. But true. It's a hard truth, but one that definitely has the power to ignite change if you let it.
It really prompts an important question for you, the listener, right now in this moment. When will you finally make the decision to stop passively watching others achieve their victories and start actively creating your own life, your own legacy?
Are you going to continue letting your dreams just quietly rot inside your mind, becoming nothing but forgotten aspirations until they die in silence? Or will you stand up, metaphorically or literally, and declare, okay, no more time wasting, no more excuses. I am going to become the person I was truly born to be, the person I envision.
Because what's truly scarier than the temporary discomfort of failure?
It's the permanent, lingering pain of regret.
Exactly. That particular kind of pain will stay with you, the insights worn like a sharp knife, forever reminding you of what could have been. The powerful directive here, the absolute command, is to stop acting like you have forever. You don't. The clock is ticking, and your time, your opportunity is unequivocally now.
It's about internalizing that ticking clock, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not as a source of anxiety, but as a catalyst.
A catalyst for immediate, meaningful action.
Yeah.
And if that profound sense of urgency isn't quite enough to get you moving, then the next question is even more direct. It cuts through all the rationalizations. Why not now?
Ah, the big one. Because so many of us are perpetually stuck in that cycle, right? I'll start next week, I'll start next month, definitely next year. But the message challenges this directly. What truly is going to magically change between now and then?
The brutal truth highlighted so clearly is that absolutely nothing will magically change. Nothing. You won't suddenly wake up feeling more motivated without taking action first. Motivation follows action, not the other way around.
That's a key point.
Life won't magically become easier or simpler or less demanding. And fear. That won't just magically disappear either. If you genuinely cannot bring yourself to start right now, in this moment, then the likelihood is you probably won't start ever.
You keep waiting for that elusive, perfect time.
But the profound truth is there is no perfect time. Life is inherently messy, it's unpredictable. And your mind, in its clever way, will always, always find another reason, another excuse, another rationalization to delay action.
Every second you wait, every hour you postpone, your dreams, your aspirations, they fade just a little bit more, slowly, inevitably turning into dust. The world doesn't wait for you, does it?
Not at all. Opportunities don't pause their trajectory. Time certainly doesn't stand still. So the piercing question becomes, why are you?
This applies to absolutely anything, doesn't it? From finally committing to a fitness journey to dedicating yourself to truly mastering English. The longer you delay actually speaking it, the longer that fluency just remains out of reach.
Exactly. Whether it's starting a new fitness regimen, learning English with real dedication, or fundamentally changing the trajectory of your life, the answer is always, consistently, start now.
Not next Monday.
Not next Monday. Not when the new year rolls around. Not when you have more money or magically find more time. Now. Even one small, seemingly insignificant step taken right now can be the actual beginning of a whole new life, a fundamentally different future. This deep dive challenges you directly. Give me one solid reason why not now, and you won't find any that truly stands up to scrutiny. Start now.
Okay, so urgency is key. Valuing time is key. Taking action now is key. What's next?
Shifting from that crucial element of time urgency to the equally vital principle of personal accountability. The next message delivers another blunt, uncompromising truth. Stop blaming and start building.
The blame game. Easy trap to fall into.
Very easy. This insight hammers home that your life, in its entirety, is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your friends, not your bosses, not the governments, not even your circumstances from birth. It is solely, unequivocally yours.
That's such a powerful statement, but it's something we see a lot of people struggle with, right? The insights point out that individuals often waste precious years, precious mental energy, crying about what they perceive they didn't receive or what they lacked.
Right. The classic lines, I didn't go to a good school, my family doesn't support me, I don't have the money, time, talent.
While those circumstances can be genuinely challenging, the core argument here is that, in the context of taking responsibility, they can become convenient excuses if you allow them to.
And this is where the profound difference lies. The people who truly win in life, who achieve remarkable things, they are those who look at their circumstances, whatever they may be, and declare, I don't care what I didn't get. I will create something extraordinary from nothing.
Like the Oprah example mentioned in the source.
Exactly. Think about figures like Oprah Winfrey, born into extreme poverty, subjected to abuse, facing immense adversity, and yet today she is a billionaire, one of the most respected, influential people globally. She didn't sit in self-pity. She didn't blame her origins. She meticulously, courageously, and relentlessly built her empire.
And this principle applies to anyone learning English too, right? You might not have native speakers around you 24/7.
But you can create your own immersive learning environment online. You can find speaking partners. You can utilize resources. You build it.
This brings up a really important question for you, the listener, listening right now. Are you genuinely accepting your personal story, acknowledging its challenges and realities, or are you inadvertently allowing yourself to become a victim of it? Because there's a world of difference between those two stances, and it determines whether you move forward or stay stuck.
The practical solution offered here is powerful in its simplicity. Accept your story, yes. Embrace your past experiences, but crucially, don't allow yourself to be defined by them as a victim.
Own it. Don't let it own you.
Precisely. The guidance is to say internally and perhaps even externally every single day, I am responsible for my life. I own my choices, my actions, my future. A concrete step suggested is to literally write your perceived problems down on paper. Then, for each problem, write down one concrete, actionable solution, no matter how small or insignificant it might seem. And then, and this is the critical part, take immediate action on it.
Don't just write it, do it.
Do it. The profound statement here is, you are not weak, you are not unlucky, you are just not using your power. It's not about ignoring your past or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about using every single experience as a launch pad, not an anchor.
Okay, that's a perfect transition into our next major section, breaking barriers and overcoming internal traps. Because often, the biggest obstacles aren't external at all, are they? They're right here, inside us.
So true.
And the first one on this list is incredibly familiar to pretty much everyone, something we all grapple with. Your comfort zone is a trap. Escape it now. We all know what that comfort zone feels like, right? Mindlessly checking your phone, endlessly watching videos, scrolling social media, maybe doing just enough study or work to feel like you did something, then sleeping and repeating the whole cycle. It feels easy, relaxing, safe, but the insight warns you are essentially dying slowly from the inside.
What's particularly fascinating about this insight is the direct and absolute correlation it draws. There is no growth in comfort. All success lives outside of it.
No growth in comfort. That's stark.
It is. And it's not just a motivational slogan, it's presented as a universal truth. If you genuinely want to speak fluent English, you must consciously choose to speak, even if you anticipate making 100 mistakes. Even if your pronunciation isn't perfect yet, even if your grammar is shaky, you have to do it.
Embrace the awkwardness.
Embrace the awkwardness. If you dream of starting a business, you must initiate that first step, even if you might fail the first 10 times, even if it feels daunting and uncertain. The sobering reality is that most people never truly begin their most significant endeavors, precisely because they're terrified. Afraid of feeling uncomfortable, profoundly afraid of failure, deeply embarrassed by the thought of appearing foolish, or simply scared of being laughed at.
That makes so much sense. We're kind of wired for comfort, aren't we?
Yeah.
But comfort is the enemy of progress. This deep dive offers a really beautiful analogy, the one about the seed.
Yes, the seed. If that seed remains perfectly preserved under the soil, never venturing out, never pushing through the earth, it will by definition never become that magnificent tree. It must break through the ground. It must face the elements, the harsh sun, the biting wind, the storms to become strong, powerful, towering.
And we are fundamentally the same. You have to push past that initial uncomfortable resistance, that internal barrier, to really grow into your potential.
The practical, actionable solution presented here is straightforward, yet incredibly challenging in practice. Commit to doing something uncomfortable every single day. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine.
Every day. Wow.
Every day. Could be small. Maybe speaking English in a public setting, even if you're scared. Joining that online class you've been putting off. Applying for that demanding job. Posting that video where you share your ideas or your English progress. The critical instruction here isn't to succeed perfectly every time, but to fail proudly, fail loudly, but fail forward.
To fail forward, I like that. Shifting the perspective on failure.
Exactly. It's not a debilitating endpoint. It's a necessary step in the growth process. The message is clear. Nothing truly great, nothing transformative ever came from staying safe, comfortable, or within your perceived limits.
That ties directly into the next point, which feels like such an internal struggle for so many of us. Stop thinking, start doing. Our mind, it's this incredible tool, but paradoxically, it can be our best friend or our absolute worst enemy. And for far too many, it tragically becomes a cage, precisely because they spend too much time thinking, analyzing, strategizing, and consequently, do nothing.
Overthinking.
Yeah.
It's described as a silent destroyer of your life. You get so lost in the labyrinth of possibilities, the worst-case scenarios, the what-ifs, that you become mentally exhausted, tired even before you've taken a single physical step.
Analysis paralysis.
Exactly. You construct these elaborate narratives of failure in your mind before you've even made an attempt. You write the entire story of defeat before you've played a single minute of the game. This, in essence, is why you remain perpetually stuck, why your dreams remain just dreams. Now, thinking, of course, it's important, but only for a necessary short period. Planning is crucial. But after that crucial planning phase, the source argues it becomes fear, and fear is a liar. You don't need to possess all the knowledge, every single detail to begin, you simply need to begin.
That resonates so much. It's the paradox of preparation, isn't it? You can prepare forever and never actually start. The deep dive offers another incredibly powerful and relatable example. The person learning to swim.
Ah, yes, the swimmer. He diligently reads every book on swimming technique, watches 50 instructional videos, invests in the best, most expensive swimsuit, talks to countless experienced swimmers about their strategies, but he never, ever actually jumps into the water.
So will he ever learn to swim?
Absolutely not. And the question becomes, are you inadvertently doing the same with your most cherished dreams, like truly improving your English? Are you watching all the motivational videos, making all the meticulously detailed study plans, but never actually speaking that English, writing that essay, or engaging in that real conversation?
Getting stuck in the learning about phase instead of the doing phase.
Precisely. The clear, unambiguous solution provided is a direct call to action. Think for a brief, designated period, say 10 minutes, then act. Critically, act for the next 10 hours, or just act consistently. The emphasis is on building unstoppable momentum. Let action itself become your primary habit, your default response. Shut down your overactive mind and let your hands move, let your legs move, let your life move. Because success doesn't come from endless thinking, it comes directly from doing.
From doing. Okay. Following this, another profound and perhaps uncomfortable truth emerges. You versus you. This point really hits home for me because it forces us to confront an undeniable reality. Your biggest enemy isn't external. It's not your friend, your family, your job, your phone, or your circumstances. In the most fundamental sense, it is you.
It truly is. It's that insidious part of you that whispers these tempting suggestions. The part that tells you to quit when things get hard, that says, I'm tired when you know you still have energy left, that suggests, it's okay to be average when you know you're capable of so much more. Or that softly, temptingly whispers, let's just relax, you deserve a break.
The voice of comfort, again.
Exactly. That version of you, the one that seeks comfort and avoids challenge, that is the true enemy. And you have to fight him or her consciously every single day. This is the real ultimate battle. It's the lazy you versus the ambitious you, the scared you versus the brave you, the sleepy you versus the hungry you. It's the version of you that desperately wants to stay safe and unchanged versus the version that yearns to change your world and maybe even the world around you.
Every single morning you wake up and you're presented with that choice. Right then. Who will win today? Will it be the person who scrolls mindlessly for 3 hours, wasting precious daylight? Or the person who dedicates that time to reading 10 pages of a challenging book or practicing their English verbs diligently?
Will it be the person who stays up until 2 a.m. watching useless videos? Or the person who is diligently building their business, their skills, their future during that same time? Only you, and only in that moment, can answer. It's a constant daily referendum on your own discipline.
The source uses that classic two wolves analogy here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the powerful two wolves analogy. Right now, there are two wolves living inside your mind. One is lazy, negative, full of doubt, constantly feeding you reasons to give up. The other is strong, confident, hungry for growth, pushing you towards your potential. The profound question becomes, which one of these wolves grows stronger?
The one you feed.
Always, the one you consistently feed. The solution, therefore, is crystal clear. You must actively, ruthlessly kill your lazy habits. Starve that negative wolf. A practical step is to track your day, maybe minute by minute if necessary at first, and celebrate every single time you consciously choose growth over comfort. This isn't just a casual game. As the insights declare, this is war and it's you versus you. The stakes are literally your future.
Wow. Okay, so it's an internal war, which connects directly to the next crucial insight. Work on your willpower. It's a fundamental assertion. If you don't actively train and strengthen your willpower, then your fleeting feelings and moods will inevitably control your entire life. And feelings, it bluntly states, are liars.
This is such a critical point. Think about it. If you don't feel like waking up early today, if you don't feel like working out, if you don't feel like studying English, if you don't feel like chasing your dreams in that particular moment, then you have effectively handed your entire future, your entire trajectory over to the whims of your momentary mood.
Letting your feelings drive the bus.
Exactly. Do you truly want to build a strong, purposeful life, or do you want to be perpetually pulled by your emotions like a little child? Willpower at its core means doing the right thing, taking the necessary action, even when you absolutely do not feel like doing it. It means that even when your body screams, "No, I'm tired," your inner voice, your disciplined self says, "Yes, keep going." Even when your mind screams, "I can't possibly do this," your soul, your deepest conviction whispers, "Watch me."
That's the key distinction, isn't it? Success isn't reserved for those who are always motivated. It's the consistent output of those who are disciplined.
That's it. Successful people show up day after day, even when they're exhausted, even when they're feeling broke, even when they're heartbroken, scared, or defeated. They don't rely on transient motivation. They have cultivated unwavering willpower. It's not about always feeling like it, but about doing it anyway.
So how do you build this willpower? Is it something you're born with?
No, the truth is, willpower isn't some innate fixed trait you either have or don't. It is profoundly like a muscle. The more you consciously train it, the more you challenge it, the stronger it inevitably gets.
Like going to the gym for your mind.
Exactly like that. Consider a simple example. Maybe you want to stop using your phone after 10 p.m. Initially, you'll probably fail. You'll pick it up. You'll scroll out of habit. It's ingrained. But by consistently trying, by making the conscious effort to put it away, maybe in another room, by writing down your goal and committing to it, you systematically build that power, that control. Soon, you'll become the one who dictates your habits, not the other way around.
So start small.
Start small. Choose one specific thing you genuinely don't want to do and do it anyway. Maybe just for 5 minutes to start. Build this daily discipline incrementally. And importantly, reward yourself for completing it, for the effort, not for avoiding the pain. Speak to yourself like a true leader. I don't break promises to myself. The day you truly master your willpower is the day you seize profound control over your entire life.
Okay, this next one. This feels incredibly relevant and, frankly, potentially damaging in today's digitally saturated age.
Yeah.
Comparison is killing you. This insight pulls no punches, stating unequivocally that if you constantly, habitually compare yourself to others, you will never ever be genuinely happy or content.
The reason for this stark assertion is profoundly simple, according to the source. Most people, it highlights, unknowingly hate their own lives because they spend an inordinate amount of time watching and judging other people's carefully curated lives, rather than diligently focusing on building their own.
The Instagram effect.
Precisely. You scroll through social media, you see someone's meticulously crafted highlight reel, maybe a seemingly perfect body, a luxurious car, an immaculate house, effortlessly fluent English, soaring social media views, abundant money, whatever it is you value. And then this insidious feeling of self-hatred begins to creep in. You start thinking, why can't I be like them? Why does their life appear so perfect while mine feels like a perpetual mess?
But here's the crucial, often overlooked truth, right? You're comparing your whole messy reality to their highlight reel.
Exactly. You are, at that moment, comparing your entire messy, complicated behind the scenes, all your struggles, your doubts, your unglamorous daily grind, with their meticulously edited 15-second perfect moment.
Yeah.
You simply don't see their breakdowns, their quiet pain, their profound loneliness, their countless failures, or the hundreds of nights they may have cried themselves to sleep wrestling with their own demons.
And this destructive comparison, the insights warn, it's the fastest, most effective way to utterly kill your own confidence and derail your progress. It's like a silent assassin of self-belief.
This deep dive offers a truly beautiful and poignant analogy to help us internalize this. The sunflower and the rose.
Ah, yes.
Imagine if a vibrant sunflower and an elegant rose were to start comparing their heights, their petals, their colors. In doing so, they would both tragically forget how uniquely beautiful and magnificent they truly are in their own right. You, the listener, have your own unique path, your own timeline, your own struggles, your own inherent worth, and your own distinct destiny.
So what's the actionable advice here? Just stop looking.
Well, the solution is simple in concept, but maybe harder in practice. Consciously unfollow people or content that consistently makes you feel inadequate or less than. Curate your feed. Instead, focus intensely, almost obsessively, on your own journey, your own progress. Track your growth from last month, from last year, not someone else's highlight reel today.
Measure yourself against yourself.
Exactly. Replace comparison with inspiration. Allow other successes to motivate you to learn and grow, yes, but never, ever let it lead you to self-hatred. The powerful concluding thought here is, you were never born to be like them. You were born to be better than who you were yesterday. It's about looking straight ahead at your own path, not perpetually glancing left and right at others.
That's such a vital realization for just navigating our modern world, isn't it?
Ah.
And it leads us perfectly into our next section, cultivating your path and ignoring external noise. Because once you start focusing on your journey, you inevitably encounter a lot of opinions, a lot of advice.
Oh, definitely. Everyone has an opinion.
And the first crucial insight here provides a very practical, if maybe blunt, filter for navigating that noise. Don't take advice from those who haven't done it. In a world just overflowing with unsolicited advice, how do you genuinely discern what's actually valuable and what's just? Well, well-meaning but ultimately misleading chatter.
It's a powerful filter, precisely because it forces you to assess the credibility of the source. Is there proof in their life? The truth is, not everyone offering advice is genuinely qualified to speak on the subject you're pursuing.
Makes sense.
If you want to build a sturdy, beautiful house, you certainly don't ask for architectural advice from the person who lives under a leaky, broken roof, do you?
Probably not.
If you aspire to financial wealth, you wouldn't seek investment strategies from your broke friend who struggles to make ends meet. And if you're determined to speak fluent English with confidence, you absolutely should not be taking critical advice from someone who is too afraid to open their mouth and practice themselves.
So you seek guidance from those who've walked the path.
Yes. You ask the one who has done it, who has lived through the struggle, who has failed spectacularly, and then, through sheer perseverance, ultimately won. The internet, unfortunately, is just awash with what's described as noise, words with no real experience behind them, opinions with no accompanying pain or struggle. Think about that, well-meaning uncle who advises against starting a business, but he's only ever worked a safe 9-to-5 job his entire life. He's never actually experienced the entrepreneurial journey himself.
That makes so much sense. It really hammers home that you, the listener, are the sole driver of your own life and your own dreams. You shouldn't be taking directions, especially critical ones, from someone who has never actually driven the unique path you're choosing to embark on.
It's about protecting your vision, protecting your nascent aspirations from misguided input, no matter how well-intentioned it might seem.
So how do you apply this filter practically?
The solution is direct, and it empowers you immediately. Before accepting any piece of advice, ask yourself one crucial question. Has this person genuinely achieved what I aspire to achieve? Have they walked this specific path? If the answer is an unequivocal yes, then listen intently, absorb their wisdom, learn everything you can, ask good questions. If the answer is no, then politely thank them for their input and move forward, unapologetically protecting your energy and your focus.
So be polite but firm.
Exactly. The message here is concise. Don't be rude, but don't be stupid either. This isn't about arrogance. It's about protecting your unique vision because, as the insights warn, one wrong piece of advice from the wrong person can delay your dream by 10 years. The wrong guidance can be just as detrimental as no guidance at all.
Wow, 10 years. That's a sobering thought. This concept leads perfectly into another hard but incredibly empowering truth that is often overlooked, I think, in our society. Pick yourself.
Ah, this one's powerful.
The world, these insights remind us, won't pick you. It won't spontaneously clap for you until it's far too late, until you've already achieved success. It won't believe in you until you've already proven yourself, until you've already made it. Perhaps most importantly, it won't offer you true, unwavering support when you need it most during those difficult, unseen early struggles.
So what's the profound implication of that? What should you do?
You have to pick yourself.
You must pick yourself, yes. This means you stop waiting for external validation. Stop waiting for permission from others. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're good enough, that you're ready. You stop waiting for that lucky phone call, that perfect break, or for an ideal partner to somehow validate your dreams.
You're not here to be chosen.
You are not here merely to be chosen. You are here to create, to lead, to innovate, and ultimately to win. Look at the most successful people throughout history. They didn't wait for the stars to align. They simply started. They didn't beg for approval from the masses. They approved themselves, their own vision, their own capabilities.
The J.K. Rowling example again. Rejected 12 times.
Exactly. Rejected 12 times for Harry Potter. What if she had waited for someone, anyone, to truly believe in her vision before proceeding? She picked herself, she persevered, and eventually the entire world followed.
That raises a really important question for you, the listener, to honestly ponder right now. What significant opportunity are you currently waiting for someone else to hand you on a silver platter? What project, what skill, what dream are you deferring, just hoping for some external green light that might never come?
The solution is a direct call to radical self-empowerment.
Yeah.
Write your own name on that opportunity. Don't wait for an invitation. Create your own. Start that YouTube channel, even if it feels small initially.
Yeah.
Write that book. Begin that podcast. Apply for that challenging job. Even if you don't feel 100% ready, you rarely will.
Bow yourself.
Tell yourself with conviction, I don't need anyone else to pick me. I pick myself every single day through my actions and my belief. Because, as these insights powerfully conclude, the world can't ignore someone who believes in themselves so hard it becomes impossible not to notice. Your self-belief is the most magnetic force you possess.
Okay, pick yourself. Believe in yourself. What about fear? Because taking action often involves risk.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the next point. No risk, no story. If you truly want to craft a life story that's worth telling, a narrative that inspires and resonates, you must internalize a fundamental truth. You simply don't achieve true greatness, lasting impact, or profound self-fulfillment without embracing a degree of risk.
So no great story comes from playing it safe.
Not according to the source. No truly successful life is ever built entirely within the comfortable confines of a comfort zone. No genuinely powerful or influential person ascended to their position by consistently playing it safe, by avoiding all potential pitfalls. You will never, ever build a legendary life by conforming, by acting precisely like everyone else, or by remaining perpetually risk-averse.
Every champion risks something.
Every champion, every billionaire, every figure who has served as a profound inspiration to millions had to risk something significant. Their hard-earned money, their invaluable time, their personal comfort, their perceived safety, their peace of mind, and often their very heart and soul. But without the willingness to take calculated risks, your life can become quiet, silent, utterly predictable. Perhaps superficially safe, but ultimately hollow and empty.
Empty, that's a harsh word.
It is. At the end of your life, when you look back, no one will remember how safely you played it. They will remember what you courageously created, what you dared to attempt, what you boldly built.
Consider that common example again, especially for our English learners. The fear of speaking English in front of people. Maybe because you're terrified they might laugh at your mistakes or judge your accent, so you never speak. And years just quietly go by. Nothing changes.
But what if, just once, you spoke up, took that small risk, and it profoundly changed your life, opened up new opportunities, new connections? What if that single moment of courage, that one brave leap, could potentially give you 10 years of unforeseen reward, of growth, of open doors?
So the potential upside often outweighs the perceived risk.
Often, yes. The solution is to integrate calculated risk-taking into your daily existence. Take one deliberate risk today. Make that call you've been dreading. Talk to that person you find intimidating. Apply for that job you feel unqualified for. Post that video you're scared to share. Build that small part of your dream project. Send that message.
And when the fear kicks in,
Ask yourself two crucial questions. What's the absolute worst that could happen if I try this? Be realistic. And then critically ask, but what if it actually works? What if this small risk unlocks something extraordinary? Because without risk, there is simply no adventure, no inner fire, no true growth, and certainly no compelling story worth telling. So stop hiding your potential. Be the one who dared, the one who courageously jumped, the one with the honorable scars of effort, not the one with the lasting pain of regret.
okay, risk is necessary. Now this next insight, this might be a tough pill to swallow for many, but the core message insists you need to hear it for your own liberation. Nobody cares. And that's your greatest power.
Yeah, this one can feel harsh initially.
It's brutally direct. Nobody truly cares about your problems in the way you do. Nobody is realistically coming to save you from your struggles, and nobody genuinely feels your pain with the same intensity that you experience it.
It is a harsh truth, but it's also presented as profoundly liberating. You might unconsciously be waiting for sympathy, for someone to swoop in and fix things, but the reality is that most people are far too busy fighting their own complex battles, wrestling with their own inner demons.
They have their own stuff going on.
Exactly. They'll listen for a few seconds, offer a polite nod, maybe some generic advice, and then inevitably move on, preoccupied with their own lives. That is the fundamental, unvarnished truth of human nature, according to this perspective. But here's the profound, empowering twist. That truth is your power.
How is that power? It sounds kind of isolating.
Because if nobody truly cares or is actively watching your every move, then you are, paradoxically, free. Free to do whatever you want, free to fail spectacularly and try again, free to look foolish sometimes, free to fall and bravely rise again. You don't need external approval, you don't need permission from anyone. You only need one thing: yourself. Your own conviction, your own drive.
So the lack of external focus gives you internal freedom.
Precisely. The insights urge. If you need to cry, then absolutely cry. Acknowledge your pain, feel it. Don't suppress it. But then, crucially, don't sit there indefinitely. Wipe your tears, clench your fists, and rise like the warrior you are capable of being. Use that raw pain. Convert it into an unstoppable purpose. Take that profound loneliness you might feel and channel it. Transform it into an enduring source of personal power.
Because while nobody else may care with the same intensity you do,
You care, and that ultimately is the only thing that genuinely matters for your journey. So build your life as if nobody's watching, as if no one is judging, because guess what? They're truly not. This insight, while initially maybe disarming or even upsetting, is incredibly liberating in its brutal honesty. It frees you from the shackles of external opinion and judgment.
okay, that's a radical shift. Now, our next point vividly illustrates the crushing weight of external pressure with the story of Nick. He's described as smart, having big dreams, but stuck in a soul-crushing job he hates. Why? Because of family and societal expectations, combined with this intense fear of being laughed at or judged. This brings us to expectations, the prison of dreams.
A powerful metaphor, isn't it? A prison. Expectations, these insights state clearly, will slowly but surely kill your spirit, suffocating your true potential. People, even well-meaning ones, parents, friends, society, will inevitably try to put a restrictive box around your life, constantly telling you, maybe implicitly, not to dream too big, to stay safe, to conform to what's considered reasonable.
What the core message is.
Their expectations are not your destiny. Unequivocally, if you choose to live your life solely to make others happy, to fulfill their vision for you, you will ultimately end up hating yourself. You'll find yourself smiling outwardly in public while crying silently in your own room, feeling trapped like a prisoner within your own body, your own existence.
And this is a common trap for English learners too, right? Choosing safe, familiar phrases over experimenting with new language. Maybe because they're afraid of not meeting someone else's expectation of perfect English.
Absolutely. It limits growth. You were genuinely not born to fulfill someone else's dream or follow a pre-written script for your life. You were born to bravely chase and create your own unique destiny. And sometimes that courageous act means making difficult choices. It means consciously disappointing others sometimes. It means bravely saying no to paths that aren't yours, or even, perhaps for a time, walking alone.
That can be scary, walking alone.
It can be, but it's presented as a necessary, often painful, but ultimately liberating step towards true personal freedom and authenticity. The solution offered is a powerful call to rebellion against these invisible chains. Break the chains of external expectations. Drop the mask of who you think you should be. Stop living your life to please others and consciously, decisively start living for you. This is your life. Not your parents, not your relatives, not society's expectations. It is unapologetically entirely yours. It's about taking full ownership of your narrative and steering it in the direction of your deepest desires, not someone else's blueprints.
That's a profound transition point, because once you've maybe shed some of those external expectations, you're often left facing your own internal landscape, including past hurts and pains. That brings us to our final section, transforming challenges into fuel and building a new you. And the first point here is a truly powerful, often uncomfortable one. Your pain is your power, only if you stop hiding it.
This one goes deep.
The insights acknowledge a universal human experience. Many of us carry hidden pain. Silent tears, the sting of betrayal, the weight of past failures, the ache of rejection, things we don't talk about. We often walk around with these heavy hearts, expertly pretending everything is perfectly okay when, deep down, it's really far from it.
It's a truly raw truth, but it holds immense potential for transformation. That pain residing inside you, whether it's from past failures in learning a skill like English, professional setbacks, or personal heartbreaks, it really has two paths it can take. It can either utterly destroy you, leading to resentment, bitterness, and inaction, or it can fundamentally build you, forging resilience, empathy, and incredible strength. You and only you get to decide its ultimate purpose in your life.
So you choose what the pain means.
You choose how you relate to it, yes. Most people, understandably, instinctively run from pain. They bury it under fake smiles, endless distractions, or even self-sabotaging behaviors. But the strongest, most resilient individuals, the source suggests, consciously choose to use that very pain as potent fuel.
How do they do that?
They look back and say, with conviction, that suffering didn't break me, it actually made me tougher. That heartbreak taught me invaluable lessons about self-respect and boundaries. That failure, though incredibly painful at the time, taught me precisely how to truly grow, how to adapt, what not to do next time. Don't be ashamed of your pain. Instead, be profoundly proud of it. The fact that you survived it, that you're still standing, still breathing, still striving, that means you are undeniably stronger than whatever tried to break you.
That's such a powerful reframe. It raises a critical question for you, the listener, to consider right now. Are you allowing your past pain to silence you, to make you withdraw and hide your potential? Or are you deliberately choosing to allow it to sharpen you, to make you more determined, more focused, more resilient? It truly is a daily, conscious choice.
The call to action here is to transform your pain into something constructive. Don't just endure it, use it. Turn it into art. Channel it into relentless discipline. Convert it into unwavering motivation. Or mold it into a powerful, unshakable voice that declares internally, I will never ever let anyone or anything make me feel like I'm nothing ever again. You are not fundamentally broken. You are rather in the profound process of being rebuilt, meticulously reformed into something far more powerful, far more insightful because of what you've overcome. Remember that phrase, the darkest nights often produce the brightest stars. Embrace that difficult period. Let the pain sharpen you, let it refine your resolve, but never ever let it silence your potential or your true voice.
Okay, using pain as power. This next point feels like a direct, unfiltered challenge to radical self-honesty, and it's one that resonates deeply with me. If you don't like your life, create a new version.
Simple, but not easy.
Look around you right now. Be brutally honest with yourself. Is this truly the life you envisioned, the life you wanted to create? Are you waking up with genuine fire in your chest, eager to seize the day? Or are you dragging your feet, putting on a brave face, pretending to be happy while deep inside you feel like you're dying a little bit every day?
Are you honest with yourself about maybe hating your daily routine, your job, your habits, your energy levels, but still doing the exact same things every single day and somehow inexplicably expecting things to magically change? The insights unequivocally label that behavior as insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting different results.
So what's the alternative to that insanity?
Here's the unvarnished truth, the profoundly liberating reality. You are the primary, most powerful creator of your own life. You're not a tree, you're not rooted in place, destined to remain static. You possess the incredible capacity to move, to evolve, to entirely rebuild. If the life you are currently living feels inauthentic, feels like a facade, feels wrong, then the call to action is bold. Burn it to the ground and start again.
Whoa, burn it to the ground. That sounds drastic.
It's not literal destruction, of course. It's a metaphor for a fundamental shift. It means dismantling what no longer serves you. Change your haircut if you want. Change your habits. Maybe change your friends if they're holding you back. Change your environment. And most fundamentally, change the way you think about yourself and your potential. Stop mindlessly copying what everyone else is doing, chasing external markers of success that don't fulfill you. And begin the courageous journey of building your authentic version of life, one that resonates deeply with your true desires.
That's such an empowering way to frame it. You don't need to wait for some catastrophic breakdown, some rock-bottom moment to initiate change.
Not at all. You simply need to make a conscious, decisive choice right now, today. You are not a helpless victim of circumstance. You are fundamentally an artist. And your life. That is your magnificent canvas, waiting for your unique vision to be brought to life.
So embrace that power. Create your new version, unapologetically.
Make it powerful, make it beautiful, make it unforgettable, make it yours. This is a profound call to conscious creation of your own existence, to design a life that truly reflects your highest aspirations and deepest values. It is active, deliberate, and entirely within your grasp.
Okay, creating a new version. This next point shifts our focus from simply overcoming obstacles to actively embodying success. Stepping into the person you are meant to become. Be that guy, not the lazy one. The message implores us not to settle for being the lazy one, the constant complainer, or the one who always gives up at the first sign of difficulty.
Instead, it commands, be the guy who does what others don't. Who is that guy? This is the individual who consistently chooses to wake up early, even when the bed is warm and inviting. The one who studies their English when others are out partying, who courageously speaks even when they're scared of making mistakes, who believes in their vision when others laugh and express doubt.
The one who keeps going.
The one who keeps going relentlessly when everyone else has thrown in the towel and quit. Be the guy or the woman whose actions inspire others without needing to utter a single boastful word. And here's a crucial point. Not everyone will believe in you, and not everyone will support your journey. That's a given. And that, fundamentally, is perfectly okay. What matters is that you support you. You believe in you.
People might doubt you, say you've changed.
Let them. You're not here to stay the same. You are here to grow, to evolve, to become the person who no longer needs external validation because their undeniable success, their results, speak volumes for themselves.
It's an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? In almost every family, every group of friends, there's often that one person who eventually becomes something truly significant, who achieves something remarkable, who proves everyone wrong, maybe even including their own past doubts. So the question is, why not you? Why do you automatically assume that success, that profound achievement, belongs exclusively to someone else?
Exactly. Why default to thinking it's not for you? The practical solution here is presented as a powerful daily mantra. Every morning, ask yourself, what would a disciplined, successful, driven man or woman do today? Then, without hesitation, do precisely that.
Embody the future version now.
To embody it now, dress like success, talk like success, walk like success, even when you don't fully feel it yet. Fake it till you make it, in a way. Don't waste time telling people your elaborate plans. Instead, focus on showing them undeniable results. Be that guy who people talk about years later because you single-handedly changed everything, your life, your family's trajectory, your impact. It's about living your ambition actively, not just dreaming about it passively.
Okay, be that guy. Now, this next powerful lesson uses that ancient, deeply resonant analogy again to illustrate the constant battle for your attention. Starve your distractions. Feed your focus.
Yes, back to the two wolves.
It paints a vivid picture. Right now, there are two wolves living inside your mind. One wolf is named distraction, constantly pulling you away from what truly matters. The other is named focus, drawing you towards your goals, towards growth. And the profound truth is, the one who wins, the one who dominates your inner landscape, is simply the one you feed more.
This analogy is incredibly potent because it's so tangible, so relatable in our modern world. Every time you mindlessly scroll for hours on your phone, every moment you spend gossiping pointlessly, every time you overthink yourself into paralysis or binge watch content for no constructive reason, you are actively, deliberately feeding the distraction wolf.
And the more you feed it,
the weaker your cherished dreams become. Your brain literally gets lazier, your intrinsic motivation fades, and you start believing those insidious lies like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. The insights directly ask a piercing question. How long will you keep betraying your own future? Sacrificing your long-term potential just for a little fleeting comfort and immediate gratification today.
And this is particularly relevant for English learners, right? Are you feeding distraction by scrolling TikTok when you know you should be practicing speaking or listening?
Absolutely. It's a constant choice. Because if you truly want to achieve success, to reach your goals, whether it's fluency in English or building a business, you absolutely need to starve those relentless distractions. This means making active, often uncomfortable choices. Turn your phone off sometimes. Physically remove it from your presence when you need to focus. Cut toxic, draining people out of your life. Learn to say a firm, guilt-free no to useless invitations that don't serve your purpose. And fundamentally, set boundaries around your time and energy like a true warrior protecting their kingdom.
Starve the distractions. Then what?
Then, crucially, you must consciously, deliberately sit down and feed your focus wolf. Read challenging material, actively work on your goals, learn new skills like dedicate time to complex English grammar or advanced vocabulary. Build your dreams piece by piece, bravely fail, learn from it, and then immediately try again. Recognize that deep focus is not a natural state for most of us anymore. It is a skill that is painstakingly trained, just like a muscle.
Focus is a muscle.
The more you consciously use it, the stronger, more potent, and more accessible it becomes. Imagine for a moment if you were to give your full, undivided focus to your most important goal for just one entire year. 365 days of pure, relentless, unyielding effort. Your life, your skills, your accomplishments, they would look nothing like they do today.
1 year of focus. Powerful to think about.
It is. And that's not magic, the source says. That's mathematics, that's discipline, that's real. Starve the wolf that systematically destroys you. Feed the one that courageously builds you. That fundamentally is how you truly win in life.
Okay. Starve distractions. Feed focus. This brings us to what is perhaps the most direct, raw, and maybe challenging lesson in this entire deep dive. Life doesn't owe you anything, so fight for everything.
Yeah, this is the ultimate no excuses message.
It delivers a profound, uncompromising truth. The world doesn't care about your potential. It only rewards your performance.
This is a tough but necessary realization, I think. You might be an incredibly good person, possess a genuinely big heart, or harbor magnificent dreams. But if you're not consistently working, if you're not actively showing up, if you're not constantly proving your worth through tangible results, life will, quite simply, ignore you. It won't give you points for potential.
Nobody's going to magically hand you success.
Nobody. There's no benevolent fairy godmother coming, no genie granting wishes, no perfect timing that will just arrive without your intense effort. It's all entirely, unequivocally on you. You've got to stop crying for help, stop waiting for rescue, and instead start fighting like hell for what you want. Stop waiting for someone else to believe in you, to give you permission, and start becoming someone you unequivocally believe in. That burning hunger, that fierce fire, that righteous rage to rise and transcend your circumstances, it has to originate from deep within you.
But life is unfair sometimes. People do start with advantages.
Yes, the truth is, life can be profoundly unfair. Yes, you will likely suffer more than some others seem to. Yes, some people are undeniably born into more privileged circumstances. But as these insights starkly ask, so what? Are you just going to sit there wallowing in complaint and self-pity? Are you going to stand up, clench your jaw, and declare with unwavering resolve, I don't care how hard it gets, I will make it happen no matter the obstacles?
It's a question that cuts to the very core of your character, your resolve.
It does. This life is not presented as a gentle gift. It is, in its essence, a battlefield. And on this battlefield, you are either actively fighting for your future, pushing forward, or you are slowly, passively dying inside, giving up ground. Wake up every single day with this unshakable mindset. Life doesn't owe me a damn thing, but I will still take everything I deserve, everything I work for, everything I earn through my effort.
So it's about demanding more from yourself.
Infinitely more. This means choosing to work harder than others when necessary, to endure more suffering and setbacks without quitting, to show up earlier than anyone else if that's what it takes, and to keep going relentlessly when everyone around you understandably quits. And one day, when they look at your accomplishments, your fluency in English, your thriving business, your strong self, and they ask you, how did you possibly do it? You'll smile, perhaps a little tired but deeply satisfied, and say, I stopped expecting life to be easy and I started demanding more, infinitely more from myself. If you desire a crown, whatever that represents for you, then earn it with your own blood, your own sweat, and an unwavering obsession. That's the undeniable price. Pay it now. Hashtag tag tag outro.
Wow. Okay. That was a truly transformative deep dive into how to seize absolute control of your life, wasn't it?
Intense stuff, but powerful.
Yeah. From mastering your precious time to courageously confronting your comfort zone, and from fighting those relentless internal battles to forging unwavering discipline. The insights we've uncovered today are not just abstract theory. They're really a powerful, actionable call to action for anyone ready to step into their full, boundless potential.
Absolutely. Whether you're aiming to speak English with confidence and fluency, launch that new venture, cultivate a more resilient mindset, or simply find more purpose in your everyday life, these 20 lessons offer a profound roadmap. They strip away the comfortable excuses and lay bare the essential truth. Your future, your progress, your ultimate success. It's entirely in your hands, right here, right now.
It's about building that unstoppable momentum.
Embracing discomfort as a pathway to growth and becoming, fundamentally, the person who acts, who executes, not just the person who plans and dreams.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a final, incredibly powerful thought for you, the listener, to carry forward. Perhaps you're listening right now, and deep inside, you're genuinely struggling. Maybe your money is low, your mind feels tired and overwhelmed, your health isn't where you want it to be, maybe relationships are falling apart, and you're just trying, day by day, just to survive.
Maybe nobody truly knows how much you're hurting. Or maybe you're expertly pretending to smile on the outside but crying silently every night. You feel like nothing you're doing is working, and you're wondering with a really heavy heart, when? When will things finally get better?
If that's you, listen closely. Truly absorb this message from the source material. Everything will be okay.
And I'm not saying that to give you superficial fake hope. I'm saying that because it's a truth I've seen manifest time and again, and the source emphasizes this. There is always, always a light at the end of the tunnel. It may be a very long tunnel. It may be incredibly dark. It may feel utterly endless at times, but there is light. You just can't stop walking.
Don't stop walking.
No matter how broken you feel right now, no matter how long it takes, you are not finished yet. There's so much more to your story, so much more to your future, so much more powerful potential inside you than you've ever imagined. Your worst days are not the end. They are simply the beginning of a stronger, smarter, infinitely more powerful version of you, waiting to emerge from the ashes.
So, if you currently don't have a burning dream, the advice is, take the time to find one. You don't need a perfect, meticulously detailed plan to start. You just need a dream, a vision that makes you feel profoundly alive, a compelling reason to wake up every single morning, something tangible and meaningful to fight for.
And once you have that dream, protect it fiercely. Chase it relentlessly. Build it brick by brick, with your own bare hands, with your own consistent effort. Learn something new every single day. Grow every single day. Work incredibly hard, even when nobody else is watching, even when nobody claps for you.
Be obsessed.
Be obsessed with knowledge, with unwavering discipline, with your mission. Don't waste precious time thinking about what's wrong with the world around you. Instead, focus all your energy on what is undeniably right, what is powerful, what is resilient inside you.
And never, ever forget this truth. Internalize it. You have no idea what you're truly capable of.
You might think you're weak. You're not. You might think you're behind everyone else. You're just warming up, preparing for your peak performance. You might think it's too late to start. It's absolutely not. You might think nobody believes in you. I believe in you. The source believes in you. You are powerful beyond your wildest imagination.
You are not just a human being.
You are a storm waiting patiently, gathering strength, waiting to rise. And when you finally do, when you unleash that immense power, the world will watch you in absolute shock and say, where on earth did this incredible person come from? And you, with a knowing smile, will say, I came from the fire, I came from pain, I came from rock bottom, and through it all, I made it. I built this.
So now, pick up your heart, fix your posture, bravely clean those tears from your eyes, and start walking again. Because your incredible future is waiting, your true greatness is waiting, your most profound dream is waiting. It's time to go get it.
That's a wrap for today's episode on MLS English Podcast. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and maybe share this episode with someone who's serious about growing not just in English, but in life. Keep practicing, keep pushing, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's grow together.